It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Hey, who that boy named Nolan? Coming straight up out the swamps, I feel like it's New Orleans. Finna drop another flavor pack, bitch, I'm a comic. 5'4", but my style enormous. I woke up fresh, my swag is alarming. Hold up, I gotta pace myself. When I rap, I race myself. On these tracks, I amaze myself. I ain't got enough ops, nigga might just waste myself. And I bet that shit gon' sell, I'm self-made. Well paid, I don't fuck with niggas, need a barricade. Man, fuck your album, need a hairnet. Got 2 straps, Nike Air Raids. I'm in my creative player phase. Every setting, I'm a 99. I just signed on a dotted line with my hair looking like Einstein. Flow kill him like cyanide. Bread it up, Long John Silver. All cash like a drug dealer with the same teeth on Reggie Miller. Bitch, I need queso, pesos. Brands on me like racer clothes. Too much drip on my A-flow. Pockets feel like egg rolls. Health insurance, no HMOs. Got a new record on HBO. Fuck the radio. No military, I'm signing up for Navy Federal. Ayy, they say not to brag. I need to be more humble. A verse, I be going dumber. Like the hoes on no jumper. Keep my cars on airplane. I don't even really need a phone number. Backstage, I just curved them out and hit the jets on a light road runner. I'm that nigga. Yeah, flow on glacier. Y'all don't get my nomenclature. Kill the beat, that's Nolan's nature. Watch your tone, my homies on papers of birth styles. Hot like a first down. I just spit like a 30 cal, too versatile. Gotta talk money if it's worthwhile. I don't converse with clowns, but nigga,
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this afternoon. In this video, we're going to be getting into Cardi B and the final update on her first week numbers coming in at 200K. Her celebrating and thanking the fans. And we're also going to get into Nicki Minaj, who also made it a point to come out yesterday after the numbers were announced to basically celebrate and gloat on the fact that Cardi B didn't surpass Pink Friday 2 at that 228,000 first week mark, although she did come in at 200, right? Not only did she come in to gloat and celebrate about remaining in that top spot of the decade, but also she decided to take even more shots at Jay-Z. Why? I don't know. But again, I always say if I existed in these people's minds, I would be a much different person and I would never understand my own logic because I would be somebody else. You get what I'm saying? So we're going to get into all of those different things. But before we get into the negativity, let's at least get into, Cardi B being able to celebrate the success of her project. Her fans are happy. The tour is coming up the top of next year. And taking over Nicki Minaj's spot at that 228 mark or not, 200,000 is still a massive undertaking, especially in the female rap section. 2024 was the overall year for female rap. Everybody was pretty much outside and representing, and we saw that a lot of the ladies weren't necessarily hitting 100,000 in the first week. You know what I'm saying? And these are artists that are all big, have fan bases, have solo tours and different things going on. But unfortunately, in this particular space, I think the big issue is that all of the ladies are kind of fighting for position with the same people. And you also got to think the same people being the people from the previous 2 decades who were massive Nicki Minaj fans. You know what I'm saying? Because even her fan base has dwindled down a bit if you go back to Pink Friday doing 375 first week. So just goes to show you that the space, I don't call it niche. I don't call it a subgenre. It's just, it's a different playing field. And going toe to toe with her, if you're against her, it does kind of affect negatively to a degree. But Cardi B was able to kind of rise above that. 200 ain't no small feat, period. Don't matter who you call, what you say, or how you slice it. Not to mention the fact that largely, if you listen to Nicki Minaj's older projects, you hear a lot of pop music, a lot of pop influence which definitely propelled her to a more, what they call the more broader fan base, which is white America, who bought into her as well. Whereas the ladies of today, they don't really have as many of those pop sensation hits, although they may try to aim for them from time to time. But let's get to Cardi, right? So, this is the official update from chart data. 21 hours ago, Billboard 200, number one, new Cardi B. And I find it interesting that people are trying to downplay the fact that it's number one when it's number one. You know what I mean? A number one album at 200,000. Who would complain? Am I the Drama, 200,000 with 145.72 million on-demand streams in the first week, 88,000 pure sales. Again, nothing to scoff at. If 88,000 people put money up for anything in this world, you gonna win. And that's more money than you would make if all of it was through streams, right? So chart data comes back. They say Am I the Drama marks Cardi B's second consecutive number one album on the Billboard 200. The first, of course, was her debut album with Invasion of Privacy. So she's going to be able to keep that trend going. And we'll just have to see whenever album number 3 comes if she can continue that trend, right? And last but not least, chart data says Cardi B becomes the first female rapper in history to debut her first 2 albums at number one on the Billboard 200, which I wasn't aware. I honestly did not know that no other lady in hip hop had ever had their first 2 albums debut at number one. So even as certain people are downplaying the accomplishment is still growing on its own. You know what I mean? So congrats to Cardi on that. Shortly after the numbers were announced, Cardi B comes out and says, "Thank you so much, everybody that supported my album. 2 weeks ago, the album was projected to do 115K off of Outside and Imaginary Players." Okay? So she superseded all of the projections. I didn't know what the outcome was going to be. I didn't put out an album in 7 years and haven't put out as much music in the last year. But we just surpassed all that expectation. Thank you to everyone who gave the album a listen, did a video to the songs and everything. You don't know the confidence and boost you gave me in my music to keep pushing. I can't wait to see you guys on tour. Tonight we celebrate. I can't pop no champagne, but maybe I can open up some cranberry juice or something because you know she's prego. Okay? And along with this tweet, we got this video which almost looks like a mini documentary of sorts, which I hope Cardi B leans into to drop a doc. Because I think it's long overdue, and I think that there's a lot that she has gone through and experienced behind the scenes that we haven't been privy to. So those are always good. You always want to see top artists at the top of their game give you a glimpse behind the scenes. So let's see what this is.
Do this run because I'm very sick. My throat is fucked up. My body feels bad. I'm nauseous. I'm not pregnant, but
you can't see the details on the fucking jury. You can't see the details on the eyes. You can't see the
Perhaps she didn't think she was at the time.
fucking eyeshadow. Don't fucking piss me off, because I will go home. These bitches be thinking that they be struggling, and it's like, I'm better off showing it than telling it, because I went through some shit, honey. Stay over there, period. Get that motherfucker. One song make y'all fucking hate everything that I have ever done? One song, really? You my chocolate too.
What was the one song, by the way? I know Hot Shit got shitted on heavily, but what was that one song that made people hate everything?
You my chocolate too, cookie. You got this, right? I told my parents I'm having a baby. Let me kiss them. They know, but I haven't told them for my mouth. My nigga, I'm working for real! I don't care. It's my album. One now, still I stay. I don't regret it, still ain't cheap, and I ain't get credit. I wanna record and then I wanna hear it. Please speak my language, because you're not speaking my language. Don't ask me dumb ass shit! I'm making everything so fucking confusing. Doesn't fucking end! Update me every fucking time you finish.
They don't give a fuck.
Buy my motherfucking CDs.
All right. So we see there was plenty of stressful moments, uh, moments where she had to scream at the top of her lungs to get her point across, from music videos to album situation to sound like Offset to a label. I would like to see that expanded upon, and not only just the yelling, but also to know the context of what was happening to make her reach that level. You know what I'm saying? So again, I hope we get some sort of documentary, even if it's just centered around this last 2 years making the album, going through the situation she went through with coming out of her marriage, entering the stages of divorce and all that shit. That would be a very interesting watch. You know what I mean? So we'll just move forward from there. So in the midst of Cardi B celebrating and thanking her fans, Nicki Minaj decided to go on social media, on Twitter and in her Instagram stories, to once again celebrate her spot not being shaken. So right here, this is a post in her story from a user that says Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 228K remains the biggest first week for a female rap album this decade and the largest vinyl sales week for a female rap album since 1991. Right? So that was the first one. She reposted it twice. Then we get this one here from Nicki Minaj Queendom that says biggest first week album sales by female rappers in the US each decade. Okay, so the 90s is Miss Lauryn Hill at 422K, 2000s Missy Elliott 259K, 2010s Nicki Minaj 375K, and of the 2020s Nicki Minaj 228K. Okay, so she's very happy that her spot was not taken. Another one. Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded, remains the biggest first week sales for a female rap sophomore album with 253,000 copies sold. All right? So this goes to show that she was definitely tuned in. She was locked in. She wanted to make sure that those numbers did not reach Pink Friday 2 or Pink Friday Roman Reloaded. Because who knows what we would have seen if things went differently. You know what I'm saying? And before I'm going to just keep going. We'll get to it in a minute. Hold on. While spending her time on Twitter, she also didn't waste any time getting at Jay-Z. So as you can see, she reposted Rep. Anna Paulina Luna stating that bot farms are real. They are used to sway public opinion. Next time you're fighting on the internet, make sure it's not with a non-existent person. I think this is something that goes both ways. On any side of the argument that you fall on, I think there's bots, right? Especially on Twitter. There's a lot of bots on Twitter. I think they say that 70% of the tweets that you see on X today are coming from literal bots. All right? So the people that jump in your comments when you speak for or against anything or anyone that you like, most likely it's more often than not a bot. She also reposted Beauty and Bars. Don't let all the industry antics distract you from the fact that Jay-Z and Roc Nation invested millions into a failed casino bid. Okay? Now, personally, I did not talk about Jay-Z's casino bid. I didn't talk about Nas's casino bid. Somebody asked me why I didn't talk about it. It's because I didn't give a fuck about the casino bid. I don't gamble. I don't live in New York. I don't live in Manhattan. I don't live in Queens. So whether or not a casino goes up really does not affect me or my community, my spending habits, or my family. But I will tell you this. I saw a lot of people that were against Jay-Z's casino bid going to New York City Times Square They were saying that they didn't need, that's the last thing we need. Y'all are leaning into people's addictions. Y'all are going to be exploiting poor people's spending habits and all this stuff, which I didn't understand because if you don't gamble, you don't lose. But that was the narrative on Jay-Z's bid. He got rejected. Days later, Nas got accepted, and I saw people congratulating Nas, not actually repeating those same talking points. I thought that was very strange. How if you're against casinos, why it matters if Jay-Z does it versus Nas. And then they say, well, Nas is bringing jobs to the local area and all this shit. And it's like, wherever the casino goes, they're going to be employing people. So I just find it very interesting how people have uh, sliding morals depending on who it benefits. I don't give a fuck about neither. Nicki Minaj continued to post. She went on an entire rampage. Well, I won't call it rampage, but she posted a lot. So here, she posts some raps. I don't know why she wants to write raps on Twitter, but she did. She said, got sunned on Sun's Day, and it's a Sunday. Birthed the ninja who wanted with the sensei. You thought that was hot? Retire someday, only if my son say. 32726. That's my fun day. And remember, she's releasing her album on March 27th of next year. So that's her fun day. And apparently her fans love it. The funny thing is, when you listen to her raps, a lot of it sounds just like this. You could put this right over the goddamn Red Ruby the Sleaze beat. If I was petty enough, I would go ahead and play that bitch and rap that bitch right along with it. And just for good measure, we gonna do goddamn Chun-Li too. Hold up. Got sunned on Sun's Day, and it's a Sunday. Birth the ninja who wanted with the sensei. Retire someday, only if my son say 3726, whatever the fuck. That's my fun day. What the hell? You be writing all your raps to the same beat. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Let me chill the fuck out, man. Salute to Nicki Minaj, man. I'm just having fun, man. I'm literally just having fun. This is no hate. I know people gonna say this is hate. I'm literally just having fun. All right, that's enough. But next thing, we got her talking about the new album, which will be out on March 27th of next year. She says the first song on the new album is called One, The Straw That Broke the Camel's Back. So here we are, still dissing Jay-Z. You know, remember when Nas said he looked like a camel? She's been running with that for a while. She says, I'll unlock number 2 next week. Surprises for lots and lots of people. They have no clue. Oh, Barbs, you're awesome. What are you guys wearing for release week? It's 6 months away. Okay? So with this, I hope the new album ain't a diss album, because last time you dissed somebody, wasn't that great. But she says the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't think these are real song titles. I think she's just trolling. I think she's talking shit. But we'll see. She even went as far as posting an AI image of Jay-Z being a camel with what looks to be Desiree Perez riding his back. And then you have her with a photo holding the date 3/27/26. And now I will remove myself from the corner. So the first thing I want to address is Nicki Minaj sitting back and watching intently as Cardi B's numbers were being submitted for the final tally, right? You holding on to that 228,000. It seems if you come out and celebrate and do this whole, oh, I'm still number one and I did this and I did that on the very same day that this woman's album numbers get released, that shows the entire world that you were nervous. It shows the entire world that you were like literally tuned in intently about whether or not she was going to surpass your number. Had she done that, what was it going to change about your 228? That was still massive. And the fact that she didn't, what does that change about your 228? And what does that change about her 200? Because that still shows her staying power 7 years later, that she got 200,000 people to still listen and or buy, because she had, out of those 200,000, 88,000 that purchased it. It doesn't diminish what you accomplished. It doesn't diminish what she accomplished. I get so many people that always say, why are we comparing these two artists? Why are we comparing these two artists? Because Nicki Minaj played into the competition. She was the queen, right? Since when does the queen go to war with somebody that's not on their level? She embraced it. She wanted Cardi B to bow down, kiss the ring, kiss her feet, wash her feet. Cardi B said, I will not. And she's been holding a grudge with this woman ever since. That's just what it is. She's held a grudge with everybody who says, I'm not bowing down to kiss the ring. I will not wash your feet. You can't say Cardi's not on her level, but then she beef with Megan. Then she beef with Lotto for a short period. What you gonna say? They not on her level neither. So why did she go to war with them? She be bored. Like, we gotta be honest about these things. You can love her and still hold her, I don't even want to say accountable, right? Just be honest about the situation. Because all of the other people that have come and gone in this industry, that have done they big ones, set they mark, did they numbers, they not sitting around holding on for dear life that nobody outsells they shit. I did 180,000. But then the next rapper comes and does 190 and they not sitting around like, the fuck? How'd you do that? No, it's a win. Go do your shit. It's your time. Come on now. Now, as it pertains to Jay-Z, I want to address something real quick. What makes her or anyone else believe that Jay-Z gives a fuck about what Nicki Minaj has going on? It's like the most weirdest, strangest thing to think that nigga really be sitting around worried about her. Seems like you be sitting around worried about him, trying to figure out a way to get under his skin. Seems like you're trying to figure out a way to get a response out of him at some point. Why you want it so bad, I don't know. But it just seems strange to me. A nigga who ain't out here talking to you or about anything you got going on, and you attach yourself to any and everything that has his name next to it. What is that? And again, if you're a fan, you don't find that suspicious? Like, let's be fucking clear. Yes, I like Cardi B more than I like Nicki Minaj. But if Cardi B was out here shitting on Jay-Z 4 days out the week, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck is up with you, cuz? What you doing? You ain't got shit else going on? I don't give a fuck if it was goddamn... If, who used to be signed to Jay-Z, man? Let me think of a nigga. If Young Chris from the Young Guns, if that nigga was out here like, man, fuck Jay-Z, man, fuck his casino, man, fuck that shit, man. Fuck this, fuck that, fuck the shoes, fuck Rock Nation, fuck them hats, fuck the paper. I don't even let my son make paper planes because of the logo. I'd be like, hey, bro, you lame as hell. And I like Young Chris. And I used to like the Young Guns too. I actually bought their album with my own money. But it seems to me that Nicki Minaj fans just don't give a fuck what she does. They are going to ride if she shits in they cereal bowl and calls it goddamn chocolate O's, or if she serves them a plentiful dish. I'm sorry if that was too graphic. But at some point, we gotta call a spade, man. This shit is getting, it's too much. It's been too much. For a nigga who ain't said your name in how long? It's gotta be other things to do. And dissing him on your album, what is that going to accomplish for you? Like, come on, man. Y'all should demand better if you love her. Let's be real. But chances are that will never happen. So, whatever. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there, man. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts every day, I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I could take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I could do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy cause consulting for the stacks I built. I had to evolve and grow cause I could have been killed.